Hi, 5th grade. I'm going to be teaching you lesson 5.4, which is about dividing decimals by whole numbers. Please excuse my voice as I have a sore throat. I hope you like our background here. It makes me think about summer because our problem is about a swimming relay. Each swimmer swims an equal part of the total distance of the swimming relay. Brianna and 3 other swimmers won a relay in 5 and 68 hundredths of a minute. What is the average time each girl swims? So when I'm looking at this problem, I know the total. My total is right here at 5 and 68 hundredths of a minute. So that's the total, but I want to know average time for each girl. So I know that each girl is going to have a time. So how many girls are swimming? I have some background knowledge. I love the Olympics, and I know that there's 4 people on an Olympic relay team. And it seems like it's the same thing in this problem because when I look at it, Brianna and her 3 other swimmer friends. So for a total of 4 friends. So I know that 5 and 68 hundredths is my dividend. Make sure you enunciate that decimal point, show it there. And I'm going to be dividing that by my divisor of 4. As always, I want to think about my estimation. So when I think about that, I'm going to keep 4 the same. And I'm going to think, what does 4 have in common with 5? And I think I'm going to change it just to 4. And everything behind turns into a 0. So my answer is going to be about 1 minute per girl. It's probably going to be a little bit more than that. I'm thinking a minute and a half. But now I'm going to get into my actual dividing. When we're doing this, we're going to, because we only have 1 decimal in this problem, we're going to put that decimal right up here, and we're going to remember to keep it in order. The same way that we would do with addition or subtraction, we just bring the decimal up. So how many 4s go into 5? That would be 1. And I subtract it just like I usually do, and I'm going to bring down my 6, just like I typically do. But now, here's the big difference. My decimal point's there. I'm going to say how many 4s go into 16. That is 4. And how many 4s go into 8? That is 2. So my final answer here is 1 and 42 hundredths of a minute every girl will swim. And I look at my estimate, sorry about my writing there. I look at my estimate, it was about 1. Remember when I said I thought it would be probably 1.5? I was really close when I did that. So do you see how I pulled my decimal up where it belongs within my problem? I have a number in the ones place, a number in the tenths, and a number in the hundredths. It might not work out as peachy as it did the last one for every single problem, so I want to show you this one. First, we want to estimate, so I'm going to keep my 5 the same, and I'm going to ignore my decimal point at first, and I'm going to say, how many 5s go into 35? Well, that's about, or 37, I already gave it away, 35, I was thinking, and I'm going to remember to put my decimal point in there because my answer is going to be after the ones place. So my answer is going to be about 7/10. So keep that in mind when we're doing the division problem. Let's go back to our division. How many 5s go into 3? That is 0. I'm going to put my decimal point right there. Now I'm going to think about the whole number, 35. How many 5s go into, or 37, I'm sorry, I'm already thinking about it. How many 5s go into 37? That would be 7 at 35. Division should be coming back to you. How many 5s go into 25? That's exactly 5, 25, so I have no remainder. The problems today that you'll come across are not going to have remainders. So my answer is 75 hundredths. And look at my estimation. I had 7 hundredths, or 7/10, so I was very close. Now let's do an even harder one. I'd like you to do this one along with me. First we're going to estimate, and we're going to estimate our 14 to be about 10. So when we think about 10, 79, I'm going to round it up to 80. So how many 10s go into 80? 8. So my answer is going to be about 8. Okay, let's think about that. With that in mind, keeping about 8, 14, I'm thinking it's going to be 7. 14 times 7 because 8 would be too high in my opinion. Ooh, look, 7's even too high, so now I got to do 14 times 6. Ooh, that's even too high. 14 times 5. 70, okay. Oh, my estimation is going to be a little off then. But that's okay. Okay, 14 cannot go into 9, so I'm going to bring down my 8. Ooh, I got to go back and look at my problem here because, ooh, 98's over here. Before I do that, though, remember, I have to bring up my decimal point. It needs to stay where it needs to be, so it's right there. So then I have 7. 5 and 7/10 is my answer. I was a little bit off, but you know why? I realized why I was a little off. Because when I rounded to 10, 14, maybe I should have went up to 15 when I'm just thinking about it now. Let's do a harder one, and you can try it now. First I'm going to estimate it, and I'm going to try something a little different. I'm going to keep the 14 there, and I know that 13 is very close to 14, so I'm just going to change this to 140. That makes sense to me, so that the answer is going to be around 10. So let's try that out in our problem. Can 14 go into 13? No, it can't, so I'm going to look at the whole number. 14, how many 14s go into 137? I think 9, because 10's too high. Let's see if I'm right. Yep, I got it, 126. 126. I have 9. Right away, I'm going to do my subtraction first, and then I'm going to put that decimal in there, because remember, you want to have it in there. Now I'm going to bring down my 2. 112 is kind of close to my 127, so I'm going to try an 8. And I hope you guys remember all your skills with division, because that's going to help you here. Oh, perfect. It's 8. Ooh, look at my estimation. I was so close. 9 and 8/10, and my estimation was 10. So I got it. I hope you guys are getting this. The biggest thing with this is going to be reminding ourselves how to do division, and also remembering to bring up that decimal point where it belongs within that number. Hope you enjoyed my flip lesson, and we're going to be working on this in the morning.